Hi everybody, Judy Tuttle here from Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midland, Texas. And today we're going to be working on our November craft along. A craft along is a class where you can get the kit early. This month we are using the Christmas Friends bundle. So fun. You guys are going to love these cards. And then you also get everything to make 6 cards and 1 3D item, a half a pack of designer series paper. I gave everybody a full pack of the cute peppermint embellishments and a full PDF of all the instructions so that they could craft along with me. So thank you for those of you out there that are crafting along with me. I'm excited to do these cards with you today. Today is going to be, hi Gian, thanks for joining me. Hi Sue, thanks for joining, and thanks for signing up for bingo. I'm excited to have you. I always love having you there. I have a Zoom meeting at 1 o'clock my time, so I'm going to have to talk fast today, but don't worry. I'll make sure that you understand everything you need to do for all the cards for the to-go people who took the craft along kit to go and got it ahead of time. Okay, so before we start with the crafting, just some super quick things that I want you to remember. Right now is a great time to join my Stampin' Up team. For $99, you get $155 in any product that you want. So especially if you're already spending lots of money on crafting, this is a great way for you to get a discount of 20% on all your orders, to have a fun team to belong to be a part of a stamping community that become close friends, almost like family, and you get all my PDFs for free. So lots of other great reasons, like being able to pre-order before everybody else, getting to pre-order from new catalogs or new online exclusives, all those fun things, okay? So think about joining my team. I'd love to talk to you about it if you're considering it. Next, 30% off all kits this month. Any kits that are in our kit collection are up to 30% off. So check out the kits. The kits are a great way to just have some cards on hand that you can, start, crafting on and get out really quick if you're in a bind. Look, that beautiful hollyhock one over there, I just love. So that will be a ton of fun as well. And then next, I just talked about this, I have bingo night coming up on November 16th. The exciting thing about it is you get a full kit in this class, but then I also will give you 5 alternative cards that you can create from the stamps that are in the kit. It's going to be super fun night. I like to give away gift certificates for prizes so you can get anything you want. I will make sure to put the link to that up in the description above, okay? Hi, Chelsea. I'm glad you're here. You're always such a vital part of helping me out on my Facebook Live. So thanks for joining me. Okay, let's go to my hands. I want to talk to you about who won the cards from last week. These cards, I love them. Kind of sad to even give these away. So Jackie Bells, you were the winner of last week's cards. Be sure to PM your address so I can get them in the mail to you. But this is the first one. We were using the Scenic Pumpkin Patch bundle, and I love the blue pumpkins. We talked about that last week. Hi, Laura Kemp. Thanks for joining me. So that was the first card. This was the second card, just a sweet little hello card. I don't know why I'm struggling to open this up. I love the inside of that one as well. And every day is a fresh start with that cute truck with the pumpkins in it. Super fun. So those were the cards from last week. And Jackie Bells was the winner. So Jackie, be sure to send me your address and I will get those in the mail to you. Okay. I want you to know something. Look what I got. I told you if I talked about it enough, I'm going to kind of get it. And the nice thing about these swig cups, You guys, this design is almost like embossed on there. It's got a raised texture, super cute. I couldn't resist it. Had to get the swig cup, so I'm drinking my coffee as I talk with you from my swig cup. So, there you go. Okay, how about we get started on our craft along today? So this is what we're using. The people, like I said, who bought it ahead of time. Hold on, my dog is yelping and I'm not sure why. You can come in. Come on in. The door was cracked, but she was outside like yelping at the door. Okay, so craft along this month was using this bundle, and we have some super cute projects, but everybody got a whole roll of this white frayed ribbon. Like I said, they got a whole package of the peppermint embellishments, and they got a half a package of the Take a Bow designer series paper, which is what we're going to be using on all the cards today. Okay, so let's get started. The first card, so I collaborate with a couple of other demonstrators for all my online classes to go. It just helps save us a little bit of time and energy in trying to get things out month after month. Sorry, I had a little, I bet today, since I'm kind of in a hurry, everything is going to go crazy, weird, wrong, but let's hope not. Okay, so here's the first card that we're going to be making today. How cute is that sweet moose, right? And I love the inside of this card as well. So let me grab that packet here from my stash. Okay, here we go. All right, so for the inside, maybe we'll start that first. We're going to use a piece of designer series paper that's cut 4 by 5 1/4, and we are going to adhere that to the inside of the card. And you can really use either side. Either side of this paper would match beautifully. Let me make sure I get those corners good. There we go. And I'm going to put that right inside there. And then I have a piece cut 3 3/4 by 5. And on the bottom edge here, all I'm going to do is take my garden green and stamp a tree. And then stamp it off, and then stamp it off again. So we've got some little trees in the corner there. Woo! We're going to adhere that to the inside. I just need to take deep breaths and be okay, right? Sheesh. All right, so here we go. This panel is going to go right here to the inside of the card. So that's going to be the inside of our card. Now, for the outside, I have a piece of basic white that's cut 4 by 5 1/4, and I've got a piece of that DSP, that green and white stripe. So before I go any further, I'm going to remind you that if you would like this kit to go this week, you can go to my online shop, TuddleUpShop.com, and use, not that, but the host code. And this host code has changed from last week. It's now 73A3GNQD. Okay, so I'm going to take the striped piece that, gosh, it's so pretty on both sides. Striped piece of that designer series paper, adhere it to my basic white here. So I had a great weekend. Friday, I had 2 classes, one in the morning and one at night for my Seasons of Elegance class. Those cards were so beautiful. I know, Chelsea, when I share the PDF on our team page, you're going to really love them because they are so pretty. Okay, so that is going to go right like that. Then I have a piece of this dotted polka dot red and white paper. Hi, Pam. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Linda. It's good to have so many of you here today. Super fun. So this is going to go kind of at a diagonal like that across the front of the card. Thanks for letting me know you're here. That always helps me feel like I'm not alone out in Cyberland there. Okay, so that's going to go right like that. Then I have a 3/4 piece of the DSP, and this is that fun plaid. It's the same plaid that I used inside the card, right? And then I'm going to adhere it to a 1-inch piece of Real Red. And then this is cut 4 inches wide, both pieces. So I'm going to adhere this to that piece of Real Red. There we go. And now I'm going to adhere this to my card base. I want a little bit of that polka dot peeking out the bottom, so it'll go right like that. Okay. Now I have my stitched circle, which was included in the kit. I'm going to grab my Pool Party ink here, and I'm going to blend on the bottom a little Pool Party ink, just so it looks like he's walking in the snow, enjoying a day out in the snow. There we go, right there on the bottom of our card. And I'm going to pop this circle up right here on this side of my card. Okay, so let me grab my dimensionals. Right, they're unavailable for a couple weeks, but here's the good news, Chelsea. I have some on hand. So if people buy the kit to go and spend over $50 in my online store, they will get a pack of those embellishments. Now, I only have 5, so if you're the 6th person to place an order, I'll have to substitute something else, or you'll have to wait until after they're available again. Okay, so I'm going to pop that up right there. Okay, then we're going to get a piece of scrap white, and we're going to stamp it with the moose in Memento Black ink. Oh, I love you, Chelsea True Cat. I want to call you Chelsea Shruggy because that's how I knew you most of your life. Chelsea, I've known since she was like 4 months old. So she's been in my life for a long time. So you're going to stamp the moose in Memento Black. And then I'm going to stamp the tree in Garden Green. There we go. And then we're going to use some blends on this. Now what I did is I used pecan pie, light and dark. I used crumb cake, light and dark. And I used Old Olive light and Real Red light. So these are the colors I used. I also used, I guess, some smoky slate and a little bit of our color lifting tool. So I'll show you how I did that. So the light pecan pie is the moose's whole body. Okay, so Friday I had the 2 card classes. Saturday was my grandson's birthday. Lincoln turned 5. And so we had a birthday party for him in the afternoon. And I was responsible for making the cupcakes. So I had to make all the cupcakes and, of course, get presents ready and all of that stuff, right? So I'm just blending his body in the light pecan pie. Okay, right like that. And then adding a little dark just right here where these shade marks are, right? I feel like when I use blends in class, it takes my ladies a long time to use them, but I have found that blends are very forgiving, right? You don't have to feel like you have to go super slow. I mean, you want to stay within the lines. Right now, I'm going back over it in the light again because I just like to blend my dark and my light together. And something else I did, which is something I don't always do, but I think it was kind of fun on this one. You know, moose have some interesting spots on their fur. So I'm just adding a little color lifter in here, and it's just going to help to add some like texture to that moose's fur. So it just adds a little texture to it there. All right. Then for the scarf here, I've got some real red, and I'm doing every other block on a scarf in real red. This moose turned out super cute. Okay, and then I'm doing the other blocks in Old Olive. I think I need a little touch. I missed a little spot right there. Okay, and then his socks down here, I also colored in Old Olive. Boop, 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 boop. And then his nose and his antlers, I guess you call them. Do you call them antlers or horns on a moose? I'm going to call them antlers. They might have a more scientific name. So we're using light crumb cake here. We're blending in a little dark. A little squeaky because that's when you know you need to replace them. Here, I'm going to use my other tip here. Okay, blend it again with that light crumb cake. Blending really helps, I think, to make it all kind of gel together. Okay, now all I have left is his skates, which I did with a light smoky slate here. There we go. Now the only other thing I did is I got the light pecan pie, and I just drew a trunk kind of up. I just colored in the trunk here with a little light pecan pie. There we go. Now I run this through my Big Shot, cut out the dies, and from the magic of television, voila, they're done. Except that I still need to color this branch on this one with that pecan pie. There we go. Take just a second. All right. So we are going to pop this little tree up right here next to our circle, right there. So I'm going to grab a dimensional right down here on the bottom, and then it's going to be level with the edge of this circle. Right here. Yeah. Now, Chelsea, you would know, being a wildlife specialist, are they called antlers? I'm feeling like they're called antlers on mooses and not horns. But and what makes the difference between a horn and an antler? I would love to know. Chelsea was a wildlife major. It's so fun, isn't it, Roz? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Here we go. So I've got my dimensionals. I'm going to pop it up right there. Okay, so grandson's birthday party and then family dinner were Saturday night. And then last night, our church had our annual trunk or treat event. And we always host it at one of the community partners that we partner with. And this year, that partnership was with an organization called Family Promise. A Family Promise is an organization here in Midland that helps people get back on their feet after they've had some displacement in their home or their jobs. And it's a super cool thing. So we partnered with them and through their trunk or treat event in their parking lot. Some of the people live right there on the campus, and some people live in the surrounding area in some apartments. So there we go. So I just sprinkled on some of those peppermints. Isn't that fun? I call them paddles. Is that just what you call them, or is that what they're supposed to be called? All right, so I have a piece of old olive here, and I'm going to stamp in Memento Black the word Happy Holidays. And I'm going to kind of stamp it as straight as I can. I'm going to have to put my head in the camera here for just a second. There we go. Beautiful. I'm going to grab my detailed scissors, which I just had out here. Let's see. Here they are. This side, I'm going to just chop it off a little bit straight right there. Chop it off a little bit straight right here, and then just banner cut the corner. So when I banner cut by hand, I put a slot in the middle, and then I just connect my corners to that space. All right. Now, before I put this on, I'm going to put up my ink pads before I get my hand in them, which is more likely than not, right? I'm going to grab my ribbon, and I'm just tying a faux bow. And some people have asked me, why do you sometimes actually tie a knot, and why do you sometimes do a faux bow? Faux bows are flatter, so it's not going to cause a hump in our sentiment when I try to Roz, that's hilarious. I love that. Okay, so here's my faux bow. I'm going to lay it right down here at the bottom. I might need to make that just a tiny bit shorter here. Here we go. Nice rack. Oh my gosh, you're funny. I'm going to grab my tear and tape and place this right under that tree, kind of at a catty corner. You guys are funny. You make me laugh. So here is my faux bow, and I'm just going to glue it down with a piece of tear and tape here. And it's okay because you're not going to see it when I put my sentiment on top. Okay, so my sentiment's going to go right on top, right like that. I'm just going to put a dimensional on either end. So if this ribbon had a knot in it, you would see that that sentiment would want to kind of bow up. And we want it to lay as flat as possible. So I'm going to put a dimensional on either end here. I'm just going to saddle across that tear and tape right like that. How cute is this, you guys? Come on now. That is adorable. Now, obviously, I need to cut down my ribbon tails. There we go. And that is our first card of our craft along today. Do you guys love it? Isn't it fun? I love it. And I love the inside as well. I always like to put something on the inside that matches that outside. So that is card number 1. Card number 2 uses the polar bear, and it's a fun little fun fold card. This one was designed by my friend Monica, and she is an amazing designer. So I think you're going to love her card as well. Okay, so let me just clean some things off and put some things away. But this is what card number 2 is going to look like. How cute is that? have a very Merry Christmas. So let me clean off some of these stamps, make sure they're good and clean before I start my next card. So I love this polar bear card. There's lots of fun elements to it. And if you, how cute is that? And then it opens like this. Cute, huh? And this is actually going to be a gift card holder. So I'll show you how that works. Okay, so let me pull out my pieces here. Here's all my little pieces. I put them separately. And my label is down in here. And then I have my magic of television, but we won't pull that out until a little bit. All right, so here's the inside of my card. This card is cut 6 1/4 by 5 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4 from this end right here. I'm going to add a 1 7/8 inch piece of DSP to the front 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. There we go, right there on the front flap. And then this piece is going to go on the inside. Right here. Okay, now I have my, this is 4 1/4, maybe it's 4 1/2, let's see. 3 1/2 by 4 1/2 is the size of this basic white. And I took a strip of the other side of that DSP. It has these cute polka dots on it. And we're going to adhere this to the bottom edge of this card right here. And then we're going to adhere that right in the center of the inside of our card. Oh, well, thank you. Thanks, Monica. Monica and I collaborate on a lot of great projects together. I'm lucky to have Monica in my life. She's a dear friend, and we see a lot of things eye to eye, as well as my friend Jeannie Nielsen, who also designed the next card we'll be doing, and the gift box this time. So we all take turns on how much we design, and we learned from one another, and we're learning how to be better demonstrators in the process as well. Okay, so here's our front flap right there. Now before I adhere this on, I'm going to grab that frayed ribbon and tie it around the bottom edge. Now you can see, I should have said I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. This pool party panel was embossed with the Falling Snow embossing folder. Chelsea, maybe you can look up that number, Falling Snow embossing folder. And this outside piece is... the inside is 3 1/2 by 4 1/2, and the outside is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this ribbon around. You know, my rule of thumb for tying bows is 4 lengths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more. That's what I always tell my customers, 4 and a little bit more if you're tying a bow. Now, if you're just tying a knot, you can do 3 and a little bit more because you don't need the loops of the ribbon, right? So I'm going to pull this over here to this side. I'm going to tie it in a bow. Oop, let me go a little bit more. And here we go. So we collaborate on the craft along projects, not every week, but it sure helps us when we need a little, maybe a different view on the design of a bundle. It's a fun thing to do. Yes, I am lucky, Sue, that I have that camaraderie in my life. I've been very blessed by my friends in Stampin' Up. They've been such, they really help. They really help me a lot. Okay, so there is that. Now, this is going to get attached to this top of this, but I'm only going to add dimensionals here, here, middle, bottom, bottom. Okay, so I have found that if you put your panel on the inside like that, it helps you to know where to put the dimensionals on your front flap here. So I'm going to hold that there. I know that the top of that panel is going to be right about there. The bottom of the panel is going to be right about there. And I'm going to put just one, I can kind of feel there, right there. And that's where my 3 dimensionals are going to go to hold up this panel. So now I can adhere this panel on. I'm going to go a little bit higher there. Well, maybe I'm not. It's going to stay where it is. There we go. There we go. And now I have this pocket right here because I haven't put dimensionals right there to slide my gift card in. Isn't that a great idea? Okay. Next, I have a circle that comes in the bundle. And I have this tree that comes from the Merriest Trees. But for all of you who took this to go, I went ahead and cut that for you. Okay, so this is going to go flat right here. Where's my, here it is. It's going to go flat right here on this side of our circle. We have some boughs that were cut out of the dies. And there are 2 of them. One is a little bit smaller than the other one. And these are all cut from Granny Apple Green. I'm pretty sure. Maybe Old Olive. I think the tree is Granny Apple Green and maybe the boughs are Old Olive. Let me look at my piece of paper with my notes on it here and it'll tell me. Old Olive. Yes. So the bough is Old Olive and the tree is Granny Apple Green. Okay, so I'm going to take these boughs and the first one's a little bit bigger. So I'm going to put some liquid glue on the back side of it here. And I'm going to attach it right at the top there. And then I have this other bough I'm going to attach over it, but offset it maybe just a tiny bit just to give it a little texture and fun. And then I have a red bow. Then I'm going to pop up right in the center of that bow. Boop, like that. And then I have a tree cut from Daffodil Delight. I'm sorry, I said a tree. A star for my tree. It also comes, and it's the cool thing is that the dies on this cuts 3 stars at once. So if you wanted to decorate your whole tree with a star, you definitely could. Okay, I'm going to push that up a little bit more right there. There we go. All right. Then on a scratch sheet of basic white, we are going to stamp our polar bear. And we're going to stamp our polar bear in Memento Black ink. There we go. And the way I colored this fella was that I used a light real red and I just colored in those little berries on his wreath. Like that. And I colored in this bow on the front of him. squeaky today. There we go. And then I took my light Mossy Meadow. Of course, it's going to be the last green one I pull out of here. Yep. And I colored his wreath around his neck. So how many of you have bought this already and have played with it? I always thought it was super cute. It wasn't the number one set on my list at the beginning, but I knew I would eventually need it and that people would make some awesome projects. And I hope you love the projects we have today so far. This is card number 2. If you're just popping in, be sure to let me know you're here, because you know I give away my cards and projects every week to one person who comments, shares, gives me love or likes, any of those things. So there we go. There's the little wreath around my polar bear's body. And to add some interest, because you know polar bears get dirty. It's muddy. Snow melts, it gets muddy. And so we're going to darken him up, give him a little shading just to add a little interest to this fella's coat. There we go. It almost looks like Winnie the Pooh, doesn't it, in a polar bear's body. And then I took a little bit of a color lifter and just kind of smudged that around a little bit, lighten it up, make it look not so colored. There we go. And then we're going to cut this out with the polar bear die cut from our die cuts. And voila. Here we go. There's our polar bear. So I'm going to pop him up right here towards the bottom of that tree, right like that, using some dimensionals. Let me see here. If you guys use the outside edges, I use every little bit of the dimensionals that I can use because we go through them like water, don't we, ladies? It's magic, 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 yes. So if you didn't get this kit as a craft along, you can still get it as my online class to go. You just need to place an order of $40 or more, and the reason it's 40 is because you get that extra 3D project added in, and if you spend more than that, I'll throw more than 60, I'll throw those embellishments in for you as well. Okay, those peppermint embellishments. Okay, so I'm building my present out of a piece of real red. Now all of these dies are in that bundle. So you get presents, you get bows, you get all kinds of fun things here. And then we're just going to pop this up right here next to that polar bear and in front of that tree. So I just need a little piece of dimensional right on that side right there. And then on this other side, I'm going to add just a touch of liquid glue. And it's going to go right like that. Super cute. Now you could cut off your tree a little bit if you wanted to. I chose not to because I kind of like the look of the whole tree on the card right like that. So this is now going to get dimensionalized. I think I just made up that word. Dimensionalized onto my card front here. And again, I'm using those edge pieces just to save me some money on all those dimensionals I buy. I'm going to put a little one down there and maybe another one right here in the center. Okay, this is going to go right there on that front. I have one of our Greetings of the Seasons dies. You guys know I've been using these a lot lately. And this time we're going to turn it so that hole is on the right side. I'm going to grab my stamp that says, "Have a very Merry Christmas." And I'm going to use Memento black ink. And I'm going to pull it towards me a little bit here so I can see it. There we go. This is going to get a dimensional on the back side, and maybe two. There we go. Okay. I'm going to pop it up right here in the top. I don't know why I'm struggling with this dimensional here. I'm going to pull that one off and get another one. I think I accidentally took it off the page wrong. Okay, so this is going to go right up here in this corner. There we go. Now I can add some of those cute peppermints. So remember, I said the first 5 people to place that order of $60 or more, I'll throw in a whole package of these. I only have 5 packages to give away. So otherwise, I just put in enough in your kit to complete your cards, okay? So you'll have peppermints to do your cards with. You just won't get a whole pack of them. There we go. How cute is that? So that was card number 2, designed by my friend Monica. And the fun thing about that is that right here is, I was going to try to see if I had a little gift card sitting around. There's a pocket to put. Let's imagine this is a gift card. There's a pocket right here where you can slip in a gift card. And there you go. Do you guys love it? I love it. I thought that was super cute. Great work there, Monica. Okay, my last card before we get to the 3D project is this cute little owl card. Let me pick up again before I make a mess and lose things like I always do every week, right? You know, I watch a lot of the big name Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and everybody loses things during their lives. It's just too much to keep track of sometimes. So the fun thing about this was designed by my friend Jeannie Nielsen. Jeannie lives in the Boston area. We've been friends for a long time. And this is a fun, cute, fun fold card. Look at that. How cute is that? So fun. So this was Jeannie's card. So we're going to put this together. I thought that was a very inventive fun fold for us there. Okay, so you need 2 pieces of real red that are both 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You need a panel that is 4 by 5 1/4 that has been embossed with the birch embossing folder. So that's going to go there. You need a piece of the designer series paper, and we're using this one that has the leaves and the holly berries on it. And it was 4 by 5 1/4, and then I just cut it on the diagonal on my paper trimmer. Okay, you need some red glimmer paper. You're going to need the Nested Essentials smaller, I think it's the second size in of those labels. And you need a panel of basic white that is cut. Let me remind myself here. It is cut 3 by 11, and then it's scored at 2 inches and at 6.5 inches. 3 by 11, scored at 2 inches and 6.5 inches. And this fold is going to go like this, and that's going to create that accordion panel that's going to pop out. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started with this. We are going to adhere this DSP right here to the front of that embossed panel. Okay, and we're going to use some liquid glue. Jeez Louise. There we go. Put it right around the edges, and I really want to make sure, since it's cut on the diagonal, that I get those corners really well there. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. Super cute. Now this is going to be put right on top of one of these real red panels like that. Okay, so we're just going to adhere that. And when I have an embossed panel, I don't like to put my seal on the embossing because it tears sometimes. You know, you break those fibers up when you put it through the embossing machine. So I like to put my glue on the base and then just attach my card front right like that. Okay, next I'm going to take this Nested Essentials label. It measures 3 7/8 by 1.5. Okay, and I'm going to grab that saying that says, "I'll be thinking of you this season." I'll be thinking of you this season. Okay, and I'm going to stamp that right in the center of this Nested Essentials label. And I think a good idea that Jeannie had was to take your garden green ink pad and just add a little color to the edges of your label here, just so that it pops off a little bit from the white that is embossed at the top. So there we go. Just adding a little color around the edges, and that way we can pop it up onto our card base. You guys can let me know if I'm a little... Do you have a link for your big fine tip glue bottle? You know what? I can share that with you, Sue. Yes. Actually, I think I got like 6 of those bottles on Amazon. I love them. It comes with a different colors of lids, which doesn't really matter to me so much, but it comes with a funnel, and I just pour my Tombow glue into it because I feel like it really helps me to be able, A, not to run out as fast, right? And B, to, let me put it right, kind of right like that, okay? It doesn't clog up as easy. Now, it does still clog up some, so I'm not going to say it's foolproof, but I feel like it's easier, especially if I remember to put the lid on, right? I feel like it goes a little bit easier. Okay, so I have a couple of those bows again that have been cut using, I'll save that for a little bit later, using the dies that are in the there we go. I was losing my bow here, and I'm like, what happened to that bow? There it is right there. So we have 2 granny apple greens here. Again, one is a little bit larger than the other one. And so anyway, I've enjoyed having them. I've sold some of them at cost to my customers who have really enjoyed it. And it's... you know, Stampin' Up! Has some fine tip glue, uh, and I will say I use the Tombow glue that we sell and just use the funnel to pour it into these bigger bottles. I think this bottle will hold like 3 of the Tombow, and this is cut from red glimmer paper. I'm going to show you more with that as well. So anyway, there we go. All right, so now we're going to take a piece of basic white, just a panel of basic white, and I'm going to stamp my owl onto this panel in Memento black ink. And to color, I didn't get a very good ink up there. Let's try that again. There we go. The hat is real red, and you can use a dark or a light, whatever floats your boat. There we go. His cute little beak is Daffodil Delight right there. Cute. His little cheeks are Flirty Flamingo. So he's got cute little cheeks right there. He's a little cold because he's outside. And then these feathers, we're going to color in Crumb Cake. And I started with the light. Going around the areas that have the little feather marks on them. I do his feet in Crumb Cake too. And then I filled in with a little bit of dark. I'm just kind of doing little dots there. Just kind of flicking on those leaves. There we go. And then I'm going to go back over it in Crumb Cake. Oh, no worries, Chelsea. You're doing great. Thank you for coming and always helping me with all of those things. If you're still here, if you wouldn't mind putting the gift boxes that are in the holiday catalog, that's what I'm using on my next project. And I'd love for them to have the link of the festive gift boxes that we're going to be using for our 3D. There we go. So there's our little owl. I also, per Jeannie's direction, added a little bit of Winkastella to his hat here. There we go. Okay. So Magic of Television again. I have him already die cut out. There we go. And we're going to attach him right here to the side of this. So we want it flat on the label. So we just need a dimensional kind of right where his tail feather is right here. So let me grab that. Here we go. And then just flat glue over here on this other side. Let me get that out of the way. There we go. So that's going to be the front panel of our card. I'm going to add some of those embellishments, those peppermint embellishments. So just sprinkle them around here on the top. Different sizes. Put one right there. Put one down here at the bottom. Put one here on the label. And I don't know, maybe we need one more up here in this corner. Okay, so there is our front. Now, to do the panel on the inside, we have this piece that I measured out for you before. I think it was 11 by 3. And I have this strip right here that is cut 4.5 because when you score it, this inside panel ends up being 4.5. So I'm going to just add some seal and attach that right to that bottom edge. I'm going to cut this little extra bit off the corner here. I knew I was going to go a little long today, which is specifically why I should have stamped this first, but it will be okay. We're going to hope and pray that I don't mess up when I stamp it, or else we'll just have to say, oops, and maybe put a label over it later. Okay, so there we go. There's the inside, except on the inside, I'm going to stamp Happy Holidays with Memento Black ink right in the center right here. You could also use Real Red or Garden Green. Any of those would work just fine. Okay. What do I want to do next? We're going to fold this down. We're going to add Seal Plus right here on that little edge. And then I have found that it's easiest to flip this over, line up my Real Red edges and corners here with the front panel and just press it down. There we go. Here we go. Cute, huh? Okay, so one more thing. Right here on this center panel, we don't want it to be left blank. So we are going to add some packages and a tree and a little glimmer to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is pop up this tree and put it right here onto the side. Did I pop it up or did I do it flat? Nope, I did. Thought I popped it up. So we're going to pop it up right here. We're going to add that star to the top. I would love to have all of you on my bingo night. You can come via Zoom or in person. Everybody gets a card kit. And, oh, I forgot to put, I've got a little red bow that we're going to put on the owl here. Right there. Cute. Okay, and then I have 3 packages. And all 3 of these packages are going to have some glimmer paper embellishments that I thought I had already cut out, but I'm wondering if, here, let me see if they got dropped in here, and if not, I can just cut them all out again. It's not a big deal. I'm not seeing them, so I'll cut them out real quick. So I'm going to take my red glimmer paper and my dies right here, and I'm going to cut out, I need 2 wide present pieces, I need 1 short present pieces, and then I need a couple of bows here. I'm going to put all those on there. I'm going to run it through over here off camera. And you don't have to use glimmer paper. I think it adds a special shine to it. I love that Jeannie used the red glimmer paper with her projects because it just adds a little special touch to all the cards. All right, so here we go. I'm going to pull that off. And I provided the red glimmer paper to everybody who bought the online card class to go, the Craft-A-Line kit. Now next month, if I have time at the end, I'm going to show you what we're doing for the next Craft-A-Line, and it's so fun. I think you guys are going to love it. Last year, I did a class on the jumbo tags, and everybody loved it so much. It's the #1 thing I've been asked to do for this season is another jumbo tag class. So we're going to do a jumbo tag class, and we are going to make 9 jumbo tags. So more to come about that. If I have time, I'll show you the one I've designed so far. But jumbo tags are bigger size, so they're great for big gifts. They're great to hang off wine bottles if you're giving a wine bottle during the holidays to somebody. Very festive and fun, and just an extra element of wow. So here we go. I think I have everything there. All right, so now I'm just going to build my packages using these elements. And I'm going to add just a little bit of liquid glue. Have you guys ever made jumbo tags out there? I love them, especially for big gifts. They just create such a wow factor. And we're going to be using the I need to be thinking about what I'm doing here, you guys. We're going to be using this one's going to go sideways, so like that. A little bit festive designer series paper and ephemera pack, and designing for you 9 jumbo tags. You'll get the ribbon you need. You'll get the embellishments you need. You'll get a full package of a little bit festive designer series paper, and we'll make 9 cards, 9 tags together. It'll be super fun. Okay, so this one's going to go down here. The real red is going to use the small crosshatch right here and a bow. And don't leave me, because today, instead of just 3 cards, we're also doing a 3D project. So I want you guys to at least see that, even if you can't stick around for the making of it. There we go. This one's going to go right above this one, right there. And then we have the Old Olive package. So this is Garden Green, Real Red, Old Olive for the packages. Yeah, this fine tip is really awesome, Sue, for especially these kinds of little tiny pieces, right? There's a reason it's called fine tip. It dries clear, or Tombow glue dries clear, so don't have to worry about it showing once it's dry. Okay, that's just going to be finicky there. And now I'm going to attach this right next to that right there. There's our packages. So here's the opening, here's the front, and then it opens like that. Isn't that fun? Super fun. That's card number 2, designed by Jeannie. So you would get everything to make 2 of those. And now we have one more project. I think you're going to love it. And so we included all of our craft alongs. We include a 3D project. So we're probably going to design a box to put your jumbo tags in for the next one. This one, oh, it's so cute. It's one of our little book binding gift boxes, and so it opens like this. Mine is sticking. That's not awesome. With that little mouse under the tree. How cute is that? Singing a Christmas carol. And then it has these little chewy peppermints on the inside. And we even have a little embellishment on the inside too. Isn't that cute? All right, so let's show you how to design this, and then we will be done for today. All right, so all the measurements come with the PDF that you receive when you sign up for this class. And the only time I really do a PDF for an online class, because you always have the video, is when it's an online class craft along, because I want everyone to be able to cut their stuff before, right? So they'll be ready to go. So this is what the bottom of the box looks like. And when you get it, you're going to fold everything in to the inside. And the inside is the side that has the tape pieces. Okay, so this is going to fold in. This is going to fold in. And this is a really good thing to use that bone folder for. So you get a really crisp fold. Here. There we go. So when you do this, when you build the bottom of the box, you're going to turn the sides in and fold those tabs in like that. And then there's already a piece of tear and tape attached right here to the edge. So you're going to fold these tabs in. You're going to fold this up and then in and down. And that tear and tape that on that edge is going to hold everything in. It's super solid here too. I've seen a lot of cute boxes made from these book binding boxes. I guess I should probably take that piece of wax paper off there. Okay, so here we go. We're going to fold it up and down and in, right like that. Okay, so that's the inside of our box. The inside of our box is going to have a piece of real red on the inside, and it looks like I didn't cut that, so let me cut that really quick. And if I remember right, it is, let me pull my instructions out here. 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. So let me grab my cutting plate here. 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. There we go. Let me make sure that fits on the inside. It does. Okay, so that's just so that when they eat their little candies or pull their candies out, they still have a little surprise on the inside. So in Memento Black ink, I'm going to stamp Happy Holidays right here at the top. And I'm going to stamp that tree underneath it. There we go. And we are going to adhere this to the inside. So the Craft Along people got everything to make the 6 cards, a half a pack of paper, a full package of embellishment, a full package of ribbon, and I send it to them in the mail so that they have it early, so they can. So that just goes on the inside right like that, right? Okay. Now I'm going to worry about the outside of our book. So the tape here, this box is going to get taped in right there, but I'm going to wait and do that after a little bit here. And there's also a piece of tape on our little binding book, our little tab that holds it closed, but we're not going to ever take that off, and I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, so let's get all of our pieces out here. I have a red polka dot panel. I have a 1-inch panel. I should have 2 red polka dot panels. Let me see. Oh, here's the other one. And then a little strip that's cut a 1/2 inch wide that's going to go on the front, but on the other side. Okay. So I'm going to take my book. I'm going to add DSP to the back side. One panel's going to go right there. Another one's going to go on the other side, the back side, right here. This 1-inch is going to go right here between those 2 score lines right there. There we go. And then I'm going to turn this way around the way it should be. And this strip is going to get adhered right to this edge right here. So wouldn't these be cute gifts to give to teachers, neighbors, friends? Just a little reminder that they're loved at Christmas time, right? And this little mouse is just so cute. It just sets it all off. So I'm going to wrap my frayed ribbon around my box right here at the edge, and I'm going to tie it in a bow right in the middle. Am I sliding down off camera there? I'm going to tie it right in. So we're not using it for a gift card this time, Kathy. We're using it for candy. But it could also be used for a gift card. That's true as well. Okay, so there's my bow right there. And now all I need to do, I put this on the wrong edge. Let me see here. See if I can pull this off without much damage. Okay, so what I'm going to do is leave that on there. We're going to flip this over. I'm going to grab another piece of that dotted paper. And cut a little 1/2 inch piece off for the front here. And we'll just leave that one on the back. Really, it was supposed to go right here on the front side, okay? So my bad. I just had that turned upside down when I was putting everything on. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off, be done with that. All right, so here's my box front, okay? Now I'm just going to decorate it. So I have a Countryside Corners die that I've cut. This one is the 1 7/8 by 3.5 inch Countryside Corners die, okay? I am going to stamp at the top of this Happy Holidays in Memento Black. Right there. Beautiful. I'm going to stamp my tree right here off to the side in Garden Green. And you can really feel that. You could put gift card in here for sure, Kathy. You could also put candies. I've got chewy peppermints inside of mine, but you could put regular peppermints. You could put Hershey's Kisses. I learned my lesson, though, about mailing chocolate in the mail. I did a class a couple weeks ago, and I mailed delicious chocolates with it, and they all melted all over. Luckily, I had my cards wrapped specifically well, so the cards didn't get messed up, but all the chocolate melted, which was so sad. Okay, so we're going to take our Memento Black ink. We're going to grab our sweet little mouse, and we're going to stamp it in Memento ink. Whoop, right there. And then we are going to color it. And I think the instructions originally said to color it in Wild Wheat, but I just decided, because we already had the Daffodil Delight pen, I'm just going to use that. So I'm using Daffodil Delight on the bell, and I'm using Daffodil Delight on the inside of the pages here of our Coral book. I'm using Real Red on the music book, and I think it's cute that it has a little musical note on it too. There we go. I have a light smoky slate that I'm going to color my mouse in. like that, around his little ears. And Flirty Flamingo is going to be for his cute little ears and his nose. And then the bow is real red. And the tail, I need to do in that smoky slate as well. So there you go. So I've already got one all cut out and ready to go for us here. This is going to get popped on right here next to our tree with dimensionals. There we go. And there's this cute little word bubble that comes in this. And at first we were like, what's the word bubble for? But we figured out that since they also give us musical notes, here, let me just empty all of this out on my, lots of stuff going on here today, isn't there? So I'm going to empty this out on my, grid paper here, all these little pieces. Got some musical notes that we cut out of glimmer paper. And word bubble, another musical note, and another musical note. They're so tiny. And a gift package right here. Okay. So the word bubble is going to get some musical notes on it. And this is again where that fine tip liquid glue is going to come in handy. That one's going to go right there in the center. It doesn't really matter what order they go in because we don't know what he's singing. So the musical notes could really go in any order here. There we go. And here's my third one. I've cut all of these out of this silver glimmer paper. Okay, and Jeannie was right. Using some tweezers to kind of help you grasp this would be a huge advantage. There we go. There we go, right there. This is going to get popped up right here in the center, above the mouse. There we go, singing a sweet little tune for us. I'm going to put this on the front here of my box with dimensionals. I love you. Is she outside? Okay, just leave the door open. It's fine. What? My husband's here saying goodbye because he's leaving for a few days. So we're trying to figure out what to do with our dog. But just leave the door open. She'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Bye. See ya.
Love you.
All right. Love you.
Okay. There we go. Right like that. And then we found that the best way to hold this down, well, we probably should put the inside box in first. So I'm going to peel off these. Never a dull moment around the Tuttle house here, folks. Okay, so I am going to just attach. I lifted up those glue strips. I'm just going to eyeball this and try to get it the same on both sides, top and bottom, straight on there. There we go. Now we can fill this with our candies. And you can put as many as you can hold. I found that 4 of these things are probably a good number. And then I'm going to put a dimensional right here. And if you put a dimensional there, it'll catch that wax paper piece of that latch right there. and it'll help you to be able to open and close it without it being permanently open or closed, okay? I thought that was a really cute idea. So now I have one more package. We're almost there, people. And this package I've cut in garden green, and I have some pieces of real red. I'm going to go back to my fine tip pen here and add some glue. This is going to look like the ribbon on the package. I keep a box of these pens near me just for when things like this happen. So I'm going to I left the lid off, which you're not supposed to do. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys love all of these projects. They're so cute. These boxes are fun. And I've seen people do a lot of fun things with them. Okay, I'm going to add the bow in real red here. And then this is going to get attached right on this latch right here. There we go. Isn't that cute? Now all I need to do is sprinkle on my embellishments. You can put them wherever you want. You can decorate your tree with them. You can just scatter them around however you like. Maybe one up here. Can't have too many peppermints, can you? I don't know. Maybe one over here by the package. There we go. So there's our cute little box. Do you guys love it? I hope you guys love it. I know it's been a long day today, but we had a lot of great projects. Again, I would love your business. So if you would like one of these classes to go, spend $40 and I will get you the class to go in the mail. To make all of these projects just like I did today. You will make 2 each of these cards that I just made. So we have our box, we have Monica's card, Jeannie's card, and my moose card. Look at all that fun stuff. Isn't that adorable? So cute. So I would love for you to take this online card class to go. Let me get back to my face here. Thank you so much for watching me. It was so much fun, and I appreciate your business. If you guys wouldn't mind, I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. I need more YouTube subscribers. I would love to be able to stream right into YouTube. So if you would subscribe to my YouTube page, Tuttle Up Stamping, I would be able to soon be able to stream directly to YouTube, which would just make it easier on all of us. So God bless. I will see you Monday. I'm going to a craft retreat this weekend with my friend Brenda, who I saw was on here as well. And we're going to have some fun just being pampered by other people this weekend. So let's show that. Okay. Thank you for reminding me, Kathy. So here's one example. Here, let me move back to my hands here. I'm glad you said that. Yes, this is my next online card class. Next craft along card class is going to be these jumbo. Here, let me move to my hands. These jumbo tags, how cute are they? We're going to be using the Christmas, what's it called? Here we go. The Christmas labels with the fun Christmas label dies on all of the cards. You're going to get a little bit festive ephemera pack with all these. We're going to design them all for you. And then the back side, look, there's a place where you can put the name and write a little note. These are so cute. People loved them last year. You can even put a loop up here and hang it from a wine bottle if you wanted to give a bottle of wine to someone for the holidays. So be looking for that. That is my next craft along, which will be at the end of November. Perfect time to get all these cute jumbo tags made for all your gifts, right? So, okay, thank you, Kathy, for reminding me of that. God bless you guys. I will see you next Monday. Okay, I'm sure I'll have a lot of fun things to share with you then. So, bye-bye.